to work on getting him to move his hindquarters away from me. We've done some work on this before, but if you look carefully, he's actually bringing his forequarters to me rather than moving his hind away, and it's just a good thing for him to know, because we've just had an incident, but he's on the yard and he's just been spinning his bum to me. When I ask him to move his bum away, he's not sure what I mean. So we're going to just do some work on that. Yeah? So that was a bit better. Move back. Good boy. Yeah, so a little bit of progress there. So my aim was just to get him to move his hindquarters without moving his front legs. So usually he'll bring his forequarters towards me rather than move his hind away, which I'll try and find a video from last time that shows where his front legs move. But the aim was just to get his hind end to move without moving his forequarters and moving his front legs, which I think we got. We've got an itchy spot there too. You're just the itchiest boy. And so we were able to, yeah, he was much better at that, moving around to the left rather than around to the right. But yeah, he did good on both reins. Now I'm going to do a little bit of work getting him to move backwards. So he's done a little bit just now, as you saw me moving him back away from the camera. I'm going to do some work asking him to move back. Because back is something he really struggles with. He doesn't really understand what I'm asking. And he's getting there, obviously just now he got it, but he usually is when I'm next to him, if I'm asking him to move back with me. If I'm stood in front of him, then he has no idea what I want of him. So we're going to do a little bit of that now. Yeah? Okay. So we didn't do too much work on that at all. He picked that up so quickly. So I guess I massively underestimated how much he was understanding that command. So well done. And as we did see, he had a few flinchy moments where he wasn't quite sure about the whip. And sadly, he is quite nervous of the lunge whip. I don't really know what's happened in the past with him and lunge whips. Mr. Licky now. Yeah, but he's very worried about the whip. So I'm going to do a little bit now, just desensitising him to the school whip, because especially when I lift things up, and I have noticed if I raise my hand, he flinches quite a lot, and I don't really want to go into what that could mean for his past, because it's quite sad when you think about it that if someone raises their hands, he flinches. But yeah, I'm going to just do a little bit of work desensitising him now just to the lunge whip and just getting used to it. Obviously you did see that I let him sniff it. I always let him sniff things that he's a bit worried about, because it just helps him with his own experience with it, and whether it's something bad or something good, he has to investigate it, and it helps his confidence as well. So it's going to do a little bit of work desensitising him to the lunge whip, and then I'm going to just start, Marley, I'm trying to talk, and then I'll start doing some relaxation stretches and just carrot stretches and getting him to stretch down. well, I won't quite say he's cured of his fear and reservations about the lunge whip, but I'd definitely say he's improving. Obviously we did see he had a little bit of a moment where I brought it in front of his chest and he really didn't like that. He jumped away, but he did relax a little bit. He was quite distracted because there's a horse in the field behind him, so he was kind of watching what they were doing. So it was a little bit harder to get his attention and just like obviously judge whether he was reacting positively to the whip or he was just distracted by it. But I just wanted to do a little bit of work with him there and just kind of get past that, because it's not nice, you know, knowing that he is scared of that. And obviously it's not something that I'm going to get rid of, you know, in a few weeks or a few months, but it's just up to me, I guess, just to remember that he has got those reservations and he's a bit nervous of it, and just watch what I'm doing and be a bit slower and gentler when I'm moving around him with a lunge whip. But I think that's a good start. I'm going to do some relaxation and carrot stretches. So firstly I'm just going to work on stretches all around. So I'm going to do some carrot stretches to the sides, which is really good. He's really flexible. So I'm going to start off with those, and I'm going to start asking him to stretch his neck down, which will help him stretch over his back. Go to here. So that was a little bit there of his food aggression. So I'd given him a carrot and I was walking away to turn him round to start doing his flexing down, and because I was walking away he then went to turn his bum on me, which is really rude. And so once he starts doing something that I don't agree with or a response that I don't want, especially something aggressive like that, I send him away, I push him away from me, I get him out of my space, which is also what which reflects equine behaviour. So if a horse in the field was going to turn its bum to kick something else, they would pin their ears and turn their bum on the other one, which would then, you know, push them out of the space. So it's kind of reflecting that behaviour with him, which isn't easy because I've learned that he doesn't really understand or respect equine behaviour. It took him a very long time to realise what ears back meant. So I genuinely don't know if he's doing it aggressively or if it's just a way of showing that he's not happy with something. He's never actually kicked me, but he has spun his bum on me a couple of times, so it's something I want to keep in check. So that's what I've been doing, like in regards to this, like with treats. If he turns his bum on me, I do just ask him, I just push him away, send him out of my area and just tell him off. If that involves having to, I don't know, smack him on the bum to get him to turn away, then, you know, it's what I have to do. But it's not acceptable behaviour, young man. Very rude. Right, we're going to go back to strutting down because we still need to do that. So carrot stretches went down really well. He's really good at them actually. He's quite flexible. Obviously where he's young he's not got any, well, while he's young I can't say for sure that he has any stiffness or tension anywhere, so it's really good just to keep him flexing now that he's young, so we can just keep that elasticity in him as he gets older. But obviously once I started using carrots, it got very hard then to do any stretches that didn't involve food, so I was trying to encourage him to just relax and bring his head down, which he's now doing a lot of. But before, because he thought I had carrots, once he realised there's no food in my hands, he'd then start mugging me and just getting a bit distracted. So now that we've had a little break from food and he's aware that I don't have anything, we're going to give it another go. Yeah, so obviously he's still got food in mind, so he's making that one really difficult. He is doing it, but he is literally just coming down and licking my hand or mugging me or trying to get food, which I don't have. So I've got a couple of carrots left, so I'm actually going to just do a little bit of trick training because he's so good at stretching down. I'm going to start introducing bow. Yeah? Now whack his bride one. I'm not really doing a good job of not encouraging you to mug me for treats doing that, am I? Bad me. Right, let's do this. And I've just taken his tack off to start doing work on bow because I thought it'd be best to do in case he lay down, so it won't lay down in the saddle. So we're going to do that now. So hopefully, I think he'll get it pretty quickly. He's actually really clever. And he's halfway there anyway because he stretches through his front legs quite far back already. So I think he'll get it really quickly. Let's give it a go. He was so good. He's getting it really quick. I'm not in front. Move back. Move back. He's getting it really quickly. That was really good. Had a little mishap where he did bite my 2 fingers. Ow. But no. I'm really happy with today. Much better. Massive improvement. Yes, you're the best boy. Okay. Such a good boy. So that was a great groundwork session with Marley. I think he's picked up loads of new skills. He's really picking things up so quickly. So it's really great to have those exercises to do with him. So again, a massive thank you to my friend and Riding with Charlotte for all the things that she's posted on her video, because it was a massive help to give me some tips and ideas for what to do with Marley. So thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you again next time.